Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order? Section 5.2 in Topic 5 is about estimating quotients. And this is a really important part of division because when we think about long division, sometimes the problems can get pretty complicated. And so if we're able to turn it into a problem that we can estimate on, it really will help you make sure that you are on the right track. Okay? So, again, you're going to need your notes and a pencil and a highlighter. And so let's highlight these 3 steps. Okay? The whole process here surrounds using compatible numbers, which is fancy words for numbers. Actually, let's call that, if you started writing numbers, I'm really sorry. Let's call that, right? That's fancy talk for basic fact families. We're going to round these problems to create basic fact families. So the problem we're going to look at, right, is 175 divided by 32. So the first step here is to round the divisor. Notice that that is this number, or if we had written it with the house, that would be this number. These are the divisor. That rounds to 30. That's our closest round number, right? Round number. We're looking for things that work well together. Now we need to round the dividend. Okay, the dividend is what we are actually dividing. Okay. Notice that I round 175 to 180. I do that because 180 is compatible with 30, right? Because 18 and 3 is a basic fact family. I know that 18 divided by 3 is 6. And I learned in 5.1 that I can cross out or cancel zeros that they have in common in a division problem, And so 18 divided by 3, 180 divided by 30 is going to give us 6. And then obviously you would want to check at the end to make sure that it was reasonable by doing your quotient, right, times your divisor. And that should give you your dividend. So we're going to look at a couple of problems first that are not in our notes, and then we're going to try the couple that are in our notes. So hold on while I make up some problems for you. Let's do, I'm going to divide by 17. Let's do 584. And let's do, let's divide by 47, and let's do our 30, 17. Okay. First things first, we need to round our divisor. So the closest thing to that that's really nice and easy to work with would be 20. Now, when I round the dividend, all right, I need to make it so that these first 2 numbers will play nicely with this over here. Right? So 58 goes up to 60, and then obviously it needs to be 600. They both have a 1 0 in common. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 1 0 left over. Okay, let's check. 30, right, quotient times 20, divisor, quotient times divisor should give me what I started with. So 3 times 2 is 6. 1, 2 zeros. Well, would you look at that? 47 is going to round to 50. Nice and round. Okay. Now, this is kind of tough. We are looking for a number that is close to 36 that is going to play really nice with 5. Okay. Now, what's tough about this is that the best estimate is not going to follow rounding rules. I bet some of you are thinking, well, let's round that to 40. Let's round that to 40. That's the nearest 10. You could. But there is a number that is closer to 36 that we could round it to, and that is 35. And then obviously these two need to become a 0 because we need to make sure it's still in the thousands place. Okay? So now they both have 1 0 in common. 35 divided by 5 is 7. 1 extra 0. Quotient is 70. All right. Let's check. Quotient times divisor. All right. 5 times 7, 35. 1, 2 zeros tucked on, 3,500. All right. Let's try a couple in our notes. Okay, let's round the divisor. I would round that to 30. That would make me, okay. What's the number that is close to 29? That is going to play nicely with 30? Well, that would be 30 itself with 1 extra 0. I cancel out a 0. I know that 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 extra 0. Okay. I'm going to pause the screen. I want you to try the next couple on your own and then check your work. All right. In this problem here, I rounded 42 to 40. Nice round number. And then I asked myself, what is close to 27 that plays nice with 4? Thinking of basic facts here. All right. I know that 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. All right, if you don't know your basic facts, have out your multiplication chart. Skip count in your head. I don't care if you have to count on your fingers. Do something to help yourself out here. They have 1 0 in common. 28 divided by 4 is 7. I'm just going to go counterclockwise here, right? 91 goes to 90. What is close to 55 that plays nice with 9? That would be 54. Notice I'm not rounding up here. I'm rounding down. Okay, and I'm not necessarily following rounding rules. I have 2 zeros. Both of these numbers, the divisor and the dividend, have 1 0 in common. 54 divided by 9 is 6, with 1 extra 0. 12 rounds down to 10. Okay, in this case, all I need to do is get myself to a number that ends in zeros, because I know that I can divide numbers that end in 0 by 10. So they have 1 0 in common. 2,400 right, divided by 1 is 2,400. All right. Okay, your next steps here are to log onto the textbook. And complete the 5-2 practice buddy, which is required for you to complete and submit. Again, if you show work, piece of paper with your name in the top left-hand corner, put what you're working on, and show your work, and have a great day.